The People's Democratic Party battles to weather the storm of internal wranglings as governors meet to douse the fires of discord. We will have a discussion on the state of play. As the November 6 Anambra State governorship election draws ever nearer, more parties express readiness for what they believe will be a king contest. APC National Secretariat explains heavy security presence, assures party faithful of focused leadership. Also on Political Update today, Summit on National Integration, Peace and Security expresses confidence in Nigeria's unity and progress. I am Fisayo Ogunfuyi. Welcome. The All Progressives Congress Caretaker and Extraordinary Convention Planning Committee has assured members of the party that the heavy security presence noticed at the party's National Secretariat is nothing to worry about. National Secretary APC Caretaker Committee John James Akpaudo Idehe has said this while speaking with newsmen on the development in Abuja.
The All Progressives Congress Caretaker Committee said police deployment to its headquarters is to strengthen security, protect lives and property of its members and Nigerians, particularly in the wake of the global COVID-19 pandemic. He assured party members that the Governor Buni-led Caretaker Committee is not in any way threatened, as being reported in some sections of the media.
It is our decision to bring in police as a proactive measure based on the information security report that is in our position. So we have to be proactive about it to guarantee lives and property.
Meanwhile, the All Progressives Congress has reassured Nigerians that the security of the nation is of the highest priority of the Buhari administration, as the government is effectively deploying resources to ensure that all Nigerians go about their activities in peace and safety. National Secretary Caretaker Committee of APC, John James Akpaudo Idehe said security funds are no longer being pocketed and no inch of Nigeria's territory is under the control of the now decimated insurgents. The APC reaffirmed that in keeping with its election promise to Nigerians, Buhari's administration has shown uncommon leadership, intent and capacity to permanently end all security incidents and criminalities in the country, and appeal to Nigerians irrespective of political, religious and ethnic affiliations to come together in order to bring the menace of insecurity to an end. In Abuja, Salihu Abdullahi Gwanara.
The People's Democratic Party State Congress in Minna, the Niger State capital, has seen the re-election of the incumbent state chairman of the party, Tanko Benji. Benji received approval from 2,092 members to pilot the affairs of the party in Niger State for the next 4 years.
Delegates from across the 25 local government area of the Niger State defied the early morning downpour and converged on Minna, the state capital, to elect executive members that will pilot the affairs of the party in the next 4 years. The party faithful took advantage of the serenity of the environment and filed out in their numbers in a peaceful and orderly manner to cast their ballots shortly after being accredited. Benue State Deputy Governor Benson Abonu, who presided over the Congress, announced the result, which extended into the wee hours of Sunday morning.
Barrister Tanko Beji, 2,092 votes. Engineer Ahmed Mukhtar, 2 votes. Void votes are 8. I hereby declare Barrister Tanko Beji having scored the majority votes in this election as duly returned as the chairman of the People's Democratic Party.
The model Congress, very well attended both by the delegates and the officials at all levels. So I'm very, very happy and very delighted.
It has been free, fair, transparent, and above all, well attended by all stakeholders.
So the exercise, we must give credence to the local organizing committee and of course the electoral committee. So far, the exercise has been going on very smoothly.
Last PDP Congress election in Niger State, which was held in September 2020, was reportedly disrupted by violence and was rescheduled for the 7th of August this year.
Meanwhile, at the national level, it appears that the crisis rocking the National Working Committee of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, is still far from being resolved, as governors on the party's platform have been meeting in Abuja to resolve the situation.
The call by some members of the National Working Committee of the PDP for the resignation of the Secondus-led NWC again came to the fore, with a group of youth under the banner of PDP Youth League urging for the removal of the party's national chairman, Prince Uche Secondus, at a peaceful protest at the National Secretariat of the party in Abuja. The party's Governors Forum has, however, met in Abuja to resolve all areas of dispute within the party.
We have collectively to continue to work together in unity, and this meeting will continue to go with other stakeholders, and very soon Nigerians and indeed all of you will hear our solution, but we are working towards resolving all the issues as a family.
In the meantime, the PDP Governors Forum has reconciled all the aspirants in the Anambra governorship election and also appointed Senator Uche Ekwunife as the Director General of the party's campaign council for the November 6 poll.
For now, I can say that Anambra is good to go.
The PDP governorship candidate Valentine Ozigbo believes that with the reconciliation, the party is set for the poll.
Just before we go to our studio interview, just reaching us now from the Secretariat is that it's another day of protests rocking the national headquarters of the People's Democratic Party, PDP, in Abuja ahead of a planned meeting by the party's Board of Trustees and Governors of the party to resolve the leadership impasse, which has unsettled the party for some time now. Two protesters who are on the protesting sides, who are on two sides, chanting Secondus must go and Secondus must stay, barricaded the entrance of the Wadata Plaza with various inscriptions on their placards. Meanwhile, the PDP Board of Trustees and Governors elected on the platform of the party have started arriving at the party, arriving the Secretariat of the party, the Wadata Plaza, for their scheduled meeting with a view to resolving the leadership crisis that is currently facing the party. Now, joining us is Ambassador Moses Kolawole Obishiso, National Secretary, PDP Professionals and Business Group. Thank you for joining us. We're also hoping that our reporter who just gave us these details, Timothy Yusuf, might be able to give us one or two reports from there if we can in the course of this discussion or perhaps in a subsequent bulletin. But let's get this. Are we likely to see a quick resolution to this imbroglio?
Okay, thank you so much for having me here. Basically, I will say that quite the major power brokers in PDP are already trying to find solutions, because taking away the national chairman is not a mean feat. It's not something that you just do, that way. And so the Board of Trustees, came out, to be able to tell all of the warring party to allow them to come in and look at the matter, and also the Governors Forum, is also in, and so many of the leadership, so many of the bigwigs in the party are looking at it from behind. And I think in no distant time, I believe that we will be able to put this behind us. I must also say that around time like this, when we are around the eve of a major elections like this, things like this usually will come up, because there's usually a lot of divergent views, and interests. And so the man who sits in between all of this, which usually the chairman is expected to take a whole lot of heat from every angle. So for me, it's not out of place. It's just that we need to manage it really fast.
The last time around, it was 2 pies in a pod, or 2 peas in a pod. We had Musa McCarthy section, and what we call faction, and Ali Modu Sharif, faction.
Yeah.
That perhaps one would have said, okay, it is a cycle we don't want again, and we probably would have learned from that. But why is it rearing its ugly head again?
Yeah, it's sincerely is unfortunate. I will tell you that sometimes in the past, around that 2017, 2018, thereabout, BDP really battled these 2 factions, Ali Modu Sharif and His Excellency Ahmed McCarthy. Where each person laid claim to the authentic leadership of the party. And I know that there were a load of legal tussle. There were a load of it dragged the party really. It brought the party to its nails. And I tell you that it was a huge distraction to the party. That's actually, I will tell you that the collateral damage that it brought to the party was not small. But again, after going through it, the lesson, because during that time, PDP Professionals and Business Group played a major role in resolving it. Because we visited, when all of these crises were around, we went to the Board of Trustees. We had meeting with the Board of Trustees. We went also to see the Ali Modu Sharif faction. We met Ali Modu Sharif and his team, and we actually looked at what exactly are the issues on ground, and he laid all of the issues. We also went, to His Excellency,
Ahmed
McCarthy, and we had a robust time with him, because we knew that legal way to resolving matter will usually take a very long time, and we were hedging towards 2019 election, and we thought that no, this is not the time for this. There's really no time, and so we played a lot of out of court, settlement and resolution mechanism. We brought all of that in place to be able to really resolve. But what we realize is that when you have major issues like this, we want to look not just within the party, we want to also look around it. We want to look at the contending issues here and there, and then we want to really be able to give very honest advice to the party, and even to those who are worrying that, look, you may have a good point in what you're saying, because quite a number of persons, there are a number of allegations that maybe Secondus has really not carried people along as much as he should do. Okay, if that is the thing, so how do we solve it? Is going out the only option? Are there more options that we can look at? Is there any way we can bring him to do the right thing and all of that? And then we also go to the other side and say, okay, Secondus, is there any other thing? Is there any way you can actually you can come to sacrifice for the love of the party? So all of this, behind the scene, are what we started engaging, and we are going to do a whole lot more in the weeks and days to come. Because for us, we do not want a repeat, because the colossal damage is too much for the party, yes, to bear, especially as the only formidable opposition party. Yeah.
We were just talking about what happened, eventually dovetailing into 2 factions. Yeah. Ahmed McCarthy, I beg your pardon, I said Hamza, who is my senior colleague, who must have been laughing his head off, in Kaduna. But the issues here, also, we need to look at the timelines here. Yeah. There's a major election around the corner, yeah, and you are, perhaps this, what some will call Rough 5, yeah, is right here, yeah, and acting as a big hill before you go into a major election. Are you trying to see if you can batten down the hatches, and the stakeholders, are they losing sight of this?
Well, it's unfortunate, like I said, but again, I will first of all let me appeal to all the warring party that in the love of the party, for the love of the party, for the love of giving Nigerians a good opposition party playing, because that's the only opposition party that's, with all due respect, that can give the ruling party a run for its money. I would rather want us to bury the assets, where we can. I would really want us to say, look, it's a bit wrong time.
Let me put you on the spot and ask you, what's the best case scenario? Would you want a situation where you settle this, the man still stays, or are you seconding, the secondos must go action?
No. Quickly, what we do, because PDP professionals and business group, what we do first of all is to get all of the facts. Because if we give sincere advice, we are not just looking at just one side of the issue. We first the ones that are saying leave, we want to know what are all the grievances. Or when we place them on the table, then those that are also saying stay, we also want to look at what do we stand to gain and in all of this, and then what are the modalities. Because to be very honest to you, political solutions are faster, they are better, they are quicker. I tell anybody, I say, look, if you want the national, if there's anything the national chairman has done that is wrong, we have quite a lot of the leaders that can come together within the family and say that, look, we believe that if this guy goes now, this is the best time for him to leave, rather than stay. But right now what we have is media fight. Media fight pays nobody. Because first of all, even the followership already jilting. Some of the lovers of PDP are thinking, okay, look at now, they are fighting and all of that. I think for me, I may not be able to say immediately now that whether it should go, but we are doing quite a lot behind the scene. That's exactly what we do during Ali Modushe. We listen to him. And says, look, why are you contesting this? I want to go all the way, the legal battle and all of that. So if you're going to do all of this, what are you going to gain from it? What exactly? And as far as he was concerned around that time, what he was just saying is that he wants to ensure that all impunity is corrected. And I'm wondering, okay, who has the impunity?
Let's watch this space. Maybe we'll come for the final thoughts on the show very quickly so that we can take one or two other stories. Political parties are contesting the Anambra State governorship election on the 6th of November, including the African Action Congress, say they are ready for the polls and already mobilizing the people of the state for a hitch-free exercise.
At the National Secretariat of the Action Alliance, AA, the party's national chairman presented its governorship candidate, Ben Etiaba, and his running mate to the party.
I was a member of APC until the 29th of July. So how come I'm here? We have what we call waiver in all political parties. He requested for it.
National chairman of the African Action Congress, AAC, who chairs the Inter-Party Advisory Council, Dr. Leonard Zenwa, while assuring of the party's readiness ahead of the November 6 Anambra governorship election, enjoined the electorate to resist some politicians in the state who might want to truncate the election through violence and procuring of court orders and judgments. Meanwhile, the National Publicity Secretary of the Judo Keke-led faction of the All Progressives Grand Alliance, ABGA, Ikechukwu Chukwunyere, has reassured party members that peace will soon return to the party following the issuance of nomination forms by INEC and acceptance of the field forms by Chukwuma Moji as required by Section 32 of the Electoral Act to contest the November 6 Anambra governorship election.
Actors in a national integration and peace-building process say the Nigerian state remains strong. They, however, advocated for the effective implementation of the federal character principle. This was the thrust of a briefing by the National Planning Committee of the Summit of Citizens for National Integration, Peace and Security in Abuja.
The National Planning Committee of the Nigeria Institute of Public Relations, NIPR, through a summit on Nigeria's integration, peace and security has engaged different sectors of the society. Findings of the committee reveal that Nigeria still prefers staying together to build a better nation.
I will reiterate that Nigerians love Nigeria. Nigerians want to have a federal republic of Nigeria that stands tall and strong on the basis of equity, fairness, and justice.
Chairman of the committee, Dr. Ike Miliko, who presented the findings, also highlighted some issues that need to be resolved.
Many have asked us, why is it that some feel alienated? And we discovered, contrary to what we thought, that every part of this country feels marginalized in one way or the other.
Nigerian Institute of Public Relations (NIPR) says it's been in partnership with over 39 organizations across the country, with committees in place to create pathway for citizens to discuss issues relating to building a better Nigeria.
All right, that's about the size of the program. But before we go, we still, have Ambassador Moses Kolawole Bishetson, National Secretary, PDP Professionals and Business Group here. I asked you at the beginning, that, what would be the best case scenario of this push and pull. Since all the big wigs, the main party stalwarts are still here, especially also stakeholders like, the Governors Forum as well. What will you be expecting at the end of the day? Though our own, of course, reporter is right there, but what we are saying is one corner is saying one must stay, one is saying one must go, and all that. But what will you be expecting at the end of the day, since we have been seeing this push and pull, especially almost getting to a climax since last week?
Okay, sincerely, I believe that it will be resolved very soon, because all of the organs have been activated, and they are working really really good to make it happen. The BOT is also still meeting right away now, and the Governors Forum is meeting. And like I told you, usually PDP Professionals and Business Group, what we do is that we try to bring all of the facts and figures behind, before the decision makers to be able to really say this is the import of what if we go this way, and this is also these are the pluses if we choose to go this way. So it's so that we can make informed decisions. We don't just want to rush into say that let us go this way. We want to look at, because any decision made has its own impact.
In all this, is there any way that you can avoid issues of disaffection?
Well, in politics it is difficult, but we only see the one that has least collateral damage. That's what you do in politics. You check the collateral damage and see the ones that will give us the least among all of our options. Yeah.
All right, for the past hour, we've been talking about what to expect. Of course, as we are seeing everybody coming into town in terms of trying to see if they can solve the crisis rocking the People's Democratic Party. My name is Fisai Ogufe, thanking you for being part of it and urging you to continue watching news, reviews, previews, and interviews from the Network Service of the Nigerian Television Authority, Africa's finest and largest. And also urging you to play your politics for the greater good. Bye-bye now.